Topic number two, we're gonna do some early transfer portal takeaways. Now, you can go either way you want with this, whether it's players in the portal, whether it's, how the portal's operating. But let me be very clear when I start this. There's one thing that is the takeaway from everyone who's a part of the portal. Excuse my language, to all our younger listeners and or listeners who are offended by my bad language. The portal is fucking nuts, man. This place is legit wild. It's crazy. I love it because I'm me, but it is the wildest place I have ever embarked or tried to cover. And you know what? I feel like we cover it and cover it well, but there is no really covering it well because it's an insane place and everyone is in it. Dion, what is your biggest, sorry, not even your biggest, what are your early transfer portal takeaways?
Real quick, I wanted to ask you this. When you were at Albion, how many times do you think you would have entered the portal?
Oh man, it would have been vicious. It would have been vicious too because I would have had no interest either. I just would have been in there.
You would have had to go right back.
Yeah, I would have had to edit with like, yeah, I'm looking to I'm open to a return to Albion. I'm putting all fake schools on my list too. I'm putting Michigan on there because they're reaching out to everybody. I'm just, yeah, I'm entering mid-season and then after season, and just continuing to go on my life and never ever leave probably.
That would be so special.
Yeah,
Um,
I wouldn't even leverage a bag. I would leverage like, what I'm saying, like an extra pair of kicks, like nothing even crazy.
you're like, all I need is like some shoes, maybe a headband or two. We'll call you
Right? Then they tell me no, and I'm like, all right, well, had to try.
right back to help you.
Right back, here I go.
Honestly, I think my early takeaways is like minus a handful of guys. I feel like you have to remember there's a reason some of these players are in the portal. And I think just because someone enters the portal, it doesn't take away from the fact that like maybe they weren't the greatest last year on their specific team. But what I love about it is the excitement that it provides fan bases, right? Like we got Ralph in our group chat fired up. They got Eagle staff, the kid who shot like 32% from three last year in North Dakota. You know what I mean? Like, but it provides that level of excitement. Player movement always does this within all sports. When you go from bringing back a team that stunk to adding new guys to it that were halfway decent at other schools, you're going to be excited about it. So I think the fan excitement that it provides is the best part. But I would just tell people, like, remember, like, unless you're getting Donovan Dent, a lot of these dudes are in the portal for a reason.
Yeah, that's a good takeaway. Also, like, the portal makes it so that like fans can have hope year to year too. Like you could go from bad to good, good to bad, same to same. Where you like there could be so much change because of the portal, and I think there is beauty of it in that. So I'm gonna point out some positives of the portal. One, I think it's just it is kind of cool to see guys that are possibly on a lower level stage get a chance to like, what I'm saying, be recruited by the big people, like maybe go to a bigger school, go back closer to home. Like, I mean, one of the coolest stories last year for me, even though it didn't work out that great, but like Zeke Mayo going back to play for Kansas after he's been a lifelong Kansas fan. Like that type of stuff is cool to me. I like that type of things. Um, and also don't tell people how to feel about the portal. That's my biggest thing. If you hate it, that's fine. You can hate it, but some people like it, some people want to enjoy it, so just let it rock out. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be old man yelling at clouds all the time.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. But my only old man yelling at cloud steak I want to have is if RJ Lewis ain't staying at St. John's, nobody's safe. Like nobody's safe from the portal. If you think you're in a good spot with somebody, you're not. Continue recruiting them at all times if you're a coach.
It's got to be so hard to keep players now because like if you're a coach, you got to think about it. First of all, go back to my day. There are some things said to me in practice that
Eh,
shouldn't be said in any medium.
I mean,
If it was said to me, I should have been out.
yeah.
Like
Listen, we
you gotta be careful how you literally operate around these kids because they're gonna have a bad day and you could be the last straw and they could be in the portal like that.
listen. If the portal existed in high school, I would have went to about eight schools. Like I would have been, I would have been transparent once a month. The moment we had a practice where like I was asked to run extra, have fun. I'm out of here. I'm in the portal.
Yeah, come on now. Like you can't. What you want me to tell me I ain't touched the line? Yeah, I ain't dealing with this. I know I ain't got to deal with this elsewhere. I'm too nice. I'm somewhere else with it. But no, I think that the portal's crazy. My only one like old man yelling at the clouds thing is again. I'm trying to think how I want to put this. Okay. I'm pro go get your bag, right? I am pro, I don't care. Like Great Sport made $2 million, people were mad. Coleman Hawkins made $2 million, people were mad. Those guys are generational bag getters. Like good on them. Like don't be mad at them for accepting, get mad at the people who want to give them $2 million. They'd be stupid if they didn't take $2 million. So here's where I'm coming from on this one. This is my only old man yelling at clouds moment. I am begging of some people to have some decency on how much money we are paying some of these players, because the one bad part about I think being a little bit more like in the circles of like the college basketball media world is that I can get like legit numbers on what these guys are getting, and I am baffled that some of these guys are getting as much. Like I'm talking about dudes that were bad on the team they were on going to another bad team and making $700,000. Like what John Diebler is paying Gabe Cupps an ungodly amount of money. And like good on Gabe Cupps. And maybe he turns out good, but like what are we doing here, man?
I knew who you were talking about the whole time. I was waiting to see how long you would go without just
But
saying their name.
it's not even just him though. I'm not gonna just start throwing names and throwing kids under the bus, but good God, man. Like good on the kids, but what are these schools doing? Like who is advising them to pay a point guard for another team that was not that good to go be your guy and pay him upwards of almost $1 million?
I think it's ridiculous, but I will say, like, I think it's ridiculous, but it's not going to be for long. It's kind of like when a quarterback changes the marketing, you're like, oh, I can't believe so and so's making $60 million. Then 5 years from now, it's like, damn, that $60 million contract's a great deal. And all of a sudden you're saving money. Um, these college teams make just as much money as NBA teams do in like revenue share. Like these TV deals are not small TV deals. Maybe not just as much money as NBA teams, but they make a lot of money nonetheless off their TV deals. These players are still getting a fraction of the percentage of it that professional sports athletes get in terms of like the revenue share.
Mhm.
So I'm all for it just because like, you look in the league, Clint Capella's making 20 M's, man. Like, Clint Capella, I don't know if he still plays. Like, I really have no idea if he gets on the court anymore, but he's making 20 M's. Like, Jordan Poole's getting 32 M's this year.
Good on. Is that his yearly contract? He's getting 32 M's a year?
I think he's gonna make 35 next year.
That's good on him, man. That's great. Also, why I say this last stat, Dion, do you happen to have a browser up? I need you to look up Clint Capella's total NBA earnings because I think that'll just be fun. Because my last point here is that I truly do enjoy the transfer portal. It's a wild place, but as much as there's chaos and crazy money being thrown around, there's like also so many success stories surrounded by it. Like, look at the Final Four right now. Janai Broome, almost National Player of the Year, uh, playing for uh playing for Auburn. I mean, he's gonna lose Cooper Flag, but like that's a good part of it. Mason Gillis is in back-to-back Final Fours with two different teams. Walter Clayton is the best guard in the country, some say. He came from Iowa. Like, there's a lot of great things that can come with the transfer portal if you do it right. So I like looking and focusing on the great things about the transfer portal instead of focusing on the negative so much.
So, first off, I completely agree with that take. And I mean, one of the best ones that's going to happen this year is that point guard from Kennesaw State that's choosing between Auburn and Alabama.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about him in the same light as Janai Broome, I think, one day.
I miss you can go to every single Final Four team and do that. Like literally, what's his name? Uzan
Yeah.
has been with Oklahoma in the gutter the past 2 years, and now is the starting point guard for one of the best teams in the country.
And very much so looks like an NBA dude too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what Oklahoma was doing with him, but he probably shouldn't be playing college basketball at this point.
Yeah, so it's the beauty of it. So all right, hit me with these Clint Capella
So
career earnings.
130 million career earnings. He makes $22 million this year. He'll be a free agent and he's only 30. So he's probably gonna make another $60 million.
Clint Capella is 30?
He's only 30. Like that's crazy.
Dog, that's insane.
These NBA dudes make so much money, and like that's the only reason I'm down for it. Because if you put Capella and AJ Debinza both as free agents, AJ Debinza should make triple what Capella does, and instead he's making one third of what Capella
That's
makes.
always the craziest thing to like look at. Like, isn't Luka Doncic 30 or 25?
I think so. I want to say I know Luca's younger than Chad Baker Mazara.
That's The Chad Baker, dog, Chad Baker was all right. This is getting on topic. We're not going to talk about it. Actually, I'll save that for the 10 things. I'll save that for the next topic. But let's go ahead and get to that topic before we get too much off on the tangent here. It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.